All right, let's get started. Oh, I have my background on. 1 second, I will fix that. It is my work background. There we go. No background. First, we are going to open up the ticker we had. So give me 1 second and I will get that up. It's the same as the Captain Coder has. So what are we doing today? We are going to we are going to make spawn enemies from LDtk definitions. And once I have the enemy spawning correctly, I want to also make one-way platforms, which are platforms you can jump up through, but you cannot go down through them. What else did I want to add? I want to add triggers. That's something in LDtk. Developers made a big update in one day. Well, sometimes they do that. So now I'm going to open up. Oh, let me get my working file in the correct place. They are in here, right? Yeah. I did not. This one is not updated now. Okay. So let's remove the zip file and call this old. And I will move this file in here. Okay, that should be good. So now let's reload this, and this is what actually let's open up LDtk as well, so we get the whole project up. 1 second, I need to open the correct file. Can I just drag it in here? No, I can't. Import. Oh, load. Should be inside my folder here. Let's go to assets, LDtk, and Monvania. Okay, so here we have the whole demo game that I'm going to that's going to be my demo that I'm hoping to get done in March. And this whole level is represented in Unity here. So it's just took the LDtk file and put out enemies and room transitions and spawn points. So I need to check what we are working on first. We have the... Maybe it just works. That would be cool with the enemies. So the green ones are not doing anything right now. Let's just start and see. I did not reload. Reload world. Okay, now we'll start. we are having a lot of issues. I assume these are the enemies that are having a problem because they don't have a room info. So we need to give the enemies the room info they are in, I think. It depends on where is this used. It's used for the reset enemy. And what do we use it for? It listens to when we switch to a new room. Okay. So we kind of have to fix this. And that shouldn't be hard at all. Or maybe it is. No, in initialize we can actually get the room we are in. But how would I do that in a good way? So all my rooms here know, or has all the enemies in it, and we also have all the hazards and the int grid. Shouldn't be hard at all. Every developer bad ending, yeah. That's kind of true. But in this case, I am actually going to I'm going to make this easy for me. I'm going to make a public field here. Click in room ID. And in here we will set the room ID to the room controller, but maybe I should actually have a room controller. No, I think I shouldn't. So we could let's see if there's a way of I wonder if these entities know which room they're in, because that would be really, they should know it somehow, because you can see that they are disabled when you switch to another room. So I wonder if I could somehow get that value out. Because that would be pretty good. Maybe I should have asked that in the Discord actually. See if there are any pinned ways. No. Okay, pin messages. So I'm going to ask in the Deep Night Games Discord if there's any way to get the entities in a room or get their room ID. Or no, I don't need to do this either, because okay, let's open my exporter or my editor script. So here we go through every room, we set the data, we add everything. So when we load the room, we go through these, we load the base data, and that should be where I set the level. So then I could tell all the enemies which room they are in. So let's do that. So we need a new model for our enemies. room enemies model. And what are we adding here? I have something in my throat. It feels really weird. But okay, let's grab the enemies. They are going in the enemies model. From enemies model. A year ago, you realized you can do 1 + 10 in your respective like position. And does the calculation? Yes, you can. You can multiply. You can also do other things, like say that you have 5 cubes and when you want to space them in a line between like 0 and 5, or it's 4, you can do L 0 0 5, and now they are spaced linearly next to each other like this. So you can easily place them like this. I think you can also do like random with an R or something. Yep. Now they're randomly placed between 0 and 5. Yeah, you can do you can do -5 to 20. So it's just what you the values you want to write in. I'm glad I could teach you something. Okay, so it's going to be the enemies model in here. Load objects in room. Should not be load objects, load enemies in room. Load objects in room. Let's do load enemies in room as well here. Enemies in room. Room enemies model. Okay, so now we need to figure out what to do with the enemies. To load the enemies, that means we're getting the transform for the enemies. So each enemy should, yeah, they're like this. We can get the entity main. I do not know what the set collider is for. I haven't used Pro Builder in 5-6 years. So you will have to Google that. Sadly. So I'm thinking of a cool thing I can do. So we have the entity main that I'm using for a lot of things. But I'm thinking that I might make a dictionary with values. No, that wouldn't work. So how should I get this value to? I want to get my value into the enemy room info component. I guess we could just, if we add a script on the rooms, can we add a script on the rooms? For the room data, which is the room identifier. So we are on here, so we could add a script here. I could just set the, let's do that. Let's add a room info script. We have a room here. Room info. What up, cheap grams? How are you doing? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, Captain Coder is a wonderful person and he has an amazing stream. I am so grateful for him shouting me out, and I hope you will enjoy your time here. I am a bit more low-key than Captain Coder, but I hope you can hang out and just have fun. And maybe learn a thing or two. So I'm creating this room info. Whenever we load a room, I would like to add this script onto here for just room information. So when I create an enemy, the enemy can get the room information from that script. Now feel free to ask away. I might not be able to answer everything on stream, depending on how complex they are or what they might be. But I do have a Discord where I try to answer things as fast as I can and as good as I can. Public and room ID. Yeah, let's just have a room ID for now. So here we have the room, and what I want to do is take the room, add component. Oh, okay, we'll get the game object and we add component room info. We do that last, so we can take room info. We go room info. Room ID would be data.room ID. Maybe I should look through all the entities and tell them which room they are in somehow. We'll see. For now, I'm going to add the room info and well, first we need to check if we have if the room exists, because every time we load it, we are going to add a new component. That's not good. Get component. Just try get component. Can we just do out or room info? So if we get no, do we need to have a generic type if we get the room info this way? Oh, it's defined below. So if we have the room info already, we'll do this to save some lines. So if we do not have the component, we will set the component. I think that's good, because no matter what, the out will put it in room info, if we get out of here, and if we do not, we'll set it in here. So I think that works. So then we could go to our entity main, get component in parent. That would not work. We need to do parent first. This would be room info. And let's call this room info. And with this, I think my loading would work. Reload? No? Oh, upload base data. We need to. Let's just break this out here, and we do. I guess I'll do this for all of them. Since this is my edit script, I don't really care about optimization. And that is why I'm doing copy paste. Got the enemies done, then we take the int grid. Int grid model. So we have enemies, we have our int grids. Should be a lowercase I. Yeah, I think that should work. Or could I do like data.enemies model? We can't do this. No. No. Okay, reload the world. We still have an error because I haven't refreshed, I think. Yes, I have. So what is the actual error? We have an error in 132. Oh, it's spawn points. Okay, so every room needs a spawn point. So let's go to entities and let's, no, that's not where I go. It's objects and spawn points. So I assume there isn't one here. There isn't one here. So all the new levels or all the new rooms probably don't have a spawn point. Spawn point, all of them do. This needs a virtual camera. It should have virtual camera, and I need to add it to that room, this room, and this room. Okay, let's save that, and it should update in here. If we reload, now we should get spawn point, and you can't see the virtual cameras now. And then we run the reload world. Everything's updated, good. So let's try and play this again. Let's see what crashes. Nothing. That is really... Wait, something did. Oh, it's the idle state. So I'm going to add another task to my... I'm going to add a 1A room ID. Set the room ID, which we have fixed. The next one that will be set patrol points in LDtk for enemies. Did I update it correctly? Yeah, I think I did. Okay. So we have a lot of enemies that will spawn, like in general. So in these enemies, I think I want to make an array of points, and this will be patrol. So if I select this one, I could add a patrol point there and one there. Patrol 2, patrol 2. Oh, it's 2 points, I guess. If I add another one, would that be 3? Yes. How do we remove it? Right click. Okay. Let me add one here as well. To this enemy, I'm going to move this enemy to the side a little bit, and I'm going to add a patrol point to this as well. Let's do it to this one as well. The diving angel. Let's add a patrol point. Now we can take this, add a point here. So I think if I only add 1 point, then we'll go there and we'll repeat going there, but we'll not turn around, I hope. So the diving angel will go back and forth. The spear angel down here will walk between these 2 points. We have one in here. If I add another one right there, can I select it and drag it? Yes, I can. Good. We got more enemies here. These will patrol like this, I think. And another diving one. A lot of points to place. Should be done with all of those. Let's go into room 6. And then room 7. The magic angel. I think this one might want to go further away, so yeah. Same with this one, we wanted to go really far. You might not have patrolling units later. Or we will always have patrolling units, but might not be all of them. Some of them might be just static and chilling. But that's something we will design later. So since I set these checkpoints now here, I will have to rework how I build the checkpoints in the game. And I've been thinking for like a minute. Also, Chris, what up? I don't think I said hi to you. I'm sorry. It could also be that my chat is not responding. It does that sometimes and just disconnects, so I can't see if anyone is writing anything. So I'm sorry if that happened. But with this, I will define the just lurking anyway. Alright, didn't mean to call you out, I just wanted to say hi. And I would like to thank you a lot for helping me designing the level. I think this will look really cool. So what I want to do now is I actually want to make a scriptable object for enemy waypoints. Yeah, I think I do. So let's make a scriptable object for this. So I can just store all the waypoints in one place and have all my objects read from it. Or I could store them directly on on the component. Maybe that's better. If we go to the patrolling component, we could actually, instead of having waypoints here, I'm going to rework them a little bit. I'm going to set vector 3. And I'm going to call them waypoint positions. I think that would work, because then I can set this. Let's do a new method here, public void set checkpoint positions. And we need to take a list of vector 3 positions. What do I call it? Waypoint positions, not checkpoint positions. Would be these. Set waypoint positions. So now in the enemies, if we check here, we have many enemies in this room. So the enemies object would get all the enemies and give them the information. So in here, let's loop through all the enemies. We cannot do enemy. Let's do a let's get all the children, and then we do a for loop through child count. And in here we get the child, I, get component, entity main, where we will get it's a list of entity scripts. I wonder if I can actually do first or default. Can I get type? type of enemy patrolling component. Would that work? So let's set a breakpoint here and attach the debugger. Let's see what we can do with this. Let's reload the world and let's see if we get stuck in there or if we crash. Let's try again. Room ID. We are getting the oh, that is really good. Game object, enemy patrol, yes. That is exactly what I want to do. And then we can cast this to enemy patrolling component, so we'll get that. And the patrolling component set waypoint positions. So here we would now need the fields on the object. So here we would have a patrol point field on all of these with different positions. So patrol points would be enemy would be enemy's transform get child I. So let's switch this out with enemy. And here we get enemy get component the LDtk fields. Try get no, can't try get try get array. It's a point array patrol point at or points. If we get that out, we do set the points. Can I cast this to a list of vector 3s? I don't think I can. So let's do a let's do this. For j points that count. Three add new vector 3 where we send in the points. Dot x and dot y. Okay, points. I think this is enough. So let's do the reload world. Everything is fine. Let's go into this magic angel. Grab the patrolling component and we have the points. Nice. And with that, that will just work now. No. So it can't set the state, so why can't it set the state? Because the enemy state info is null. Now, which enemy is not working properly? So let's see. Enemy patrol. We have enemy state component in here. Or is it that I think the problem is that we've disabled the game objects. So void on disable, disable. Do we have a base disabled? What does that do? A lot. Okay. If timer grid is not equal to grid empty, we need to remove the timer. I think since everything is starting as active, I think all of the enemies are starting a timer, and that would disable them, and that's not going to work. I hope that's the case. Maybe? Yes? Cool, cool, cool. It worked. Oh. Let's keep jumping. They are not patrolling. Room 5. So I think it's something with the timer here as well. I shouldn't run my own timer like that. But at least they are loading and they are attacking if you're close. But the idle state does not work. Next waypoint wasn't. Huh. Now, did I forget to add waypoints to some of the objects or some of the enemies, I wonder? This one has patrol. Oh, yeah, it's called patrol point on the other one, so I need it to be patrol point. So now we should have the patrol point, and it was on the ones I tested as well. So grab this, we'll grab this spawn point and we'll spawn over here instead. I could have just set myself to spawn in another room, but I want to see if the screen transition makes it work with the patrolling. It doesn't. It is still the same. It's the problem. I think I might know what the problem is. So we run this, it sets the point, but when we play, it's not being set. Oh well, it's gone. Classic. Set dirty on component, patrolling component. There we go. Unity needs to know that the component is updated for it to be able to have it persist. So now we have it when we enter play mode. Still can't move, doesn't matter for the moment. Now it patrols. No. What reference is not set here? New skill gets skill type. Let's see, we have a magic component, right? Magic enemy component. Yeah, we don't have the skill pool set. That is something that I need to figure out as well. But the enemies are spawning and they can almost patrol. I just need to figure out what to do with the timer right now, because we get into the idle state. So when we initialize, we start idling, but then we remove it. So we could do private void on enable start idling. Radram, how are you doing today? Welcome, welcome. I think when we remove the timer grid, we also need to set it to empty. Welcome, welcome. Long time no see. Almost a full, it's more than 24 hours. Dang. So let's see if this will work for our angels. You will be able to work? Yeah. It's not a problem, I just... Yes, it works. I might add a random delay with this. Because it doesn't look too good to have them move at the same time. So I had Chris wanted to help me make the world, so now we have a large world. Well, we have 10 rooms, I think it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we even have a path. So you run around here, the start as it was before. Then there will be a closed gate. Then we fall down. We transition to room 6. That's correct, right? Yeah, room 6. We have enemies, spikes. And then we have a beefier enemy. I don't have a beefier enemy right now, but we'll add one later. And then have a gate that opens. Then we go and grab the dash upgrade. Then we go into the next room. And here we climb up. We'll also create one-way platforms. And that's these green ones. So lots of enemies. This will be fun. climb up, and you go here to the right because it's closed on the left. I wish I could select more of these. I could see more things at the same time. Oh well. You go here, you fight a beefier enemy, you jump up here, open a lever, or you pull a lever, not open a lever. That will spawn enemies in the starting room. And then you jump over here, go in here, fight more enemies, jump down here. You go to the left, you realize, oh darn, there's only an enemy in here, there's nothing else. So you go back, go down here, go over here, there's literally nothing here. You go back, you fall down, and you get into the boss room. I hope the first playthroughs of this will take like 10 minutes. Can we get 10 minutes out of this? I hope we can. Yeah, big boss room. We can spawn in the boss room. That is room 9. And how do I do that? I can't remember how I set it up. I thought it, no, room manager. Starting room 9. Let's play. Will it work? It didn't. So let's see if the room 9 is selected, but the player is, well, I don't know. Oh yeah, it's down there. It just doesn't set the virtual camera when I launch it that way. You two forget things you've done. Yeah, objects, virtual camera is not activated because we did not transition through there. So here's the boss room. And I wanted to zoom out. It's kind of big, so it will be interesting. Oh yeah, the health upgrade. I forgot about that. I was like, how would I get it? But with the dash you can jump and dash over here. I might have to move this a little bit closer. I'm not sure how far you can dash. But yeah, you get the health upgrade as well. I think that's basically a really good vertical slice of the game, because that's kind of what the game will be. So if I manage to get this by March, or well, during March, that would be amazing. So let's see what we have left. Yeah, it's quite a lot. You're just tweaking quest stuff at the moment. Yeah, when you have quests, you need to do that a lot, I think. So if I get a vertical slice out, I can probably, hopefully, find an artist that would like to work on this. Hopefully. Mainly stuff for progression conditions to have amounts now. All right. Gotta gather all the all the wheat. So what was I doing? Let's grab my ticker and see. Set patrol points. That actually worked way faster than I thought it would. Oh, for bonus, I'm also going to write down what we need in the vertical slice. Because having all the things written down would help me quite a lot to just plan out what I do each stream. So I don't just do something else. And what actually was the next task? One-way platforms. I'm gonna call them platforms from now on. Platoforms. Yeah, platforms. No. It would trigger me too much. So one-way platforms. I think I would do this by creating a new layer. So we have the layers here. We don't have too many of them, so it shouldn't be a problem. So we could do one-way platform. We're looking into some multiplayer third-party asset, MP multiplayer. What does MP mean? If you still want some form of multiplayer, yeah. But I just remembered that I would have to change a lot of things to make that work properly. Yeah. But you would probably have to change basically everything to work over network. Yeah, everything. Oh, you're finishing a quest? Well, the server needs to know. Are you walking? Yeah, the server needs to know. Did you pick up something? The server needs to know. Did you take damage? Yep, server stuff. The good thing with if you shoot something like Fishnet, I think they have a model where you can write single and multiplayer code. Kinda in the same way, which is kinda cool. But you would still need to do it from the start, because you can't just change it all. Well, you can, but it's a lot. Okay, one-way platforms. So how will I make them look? Not empty, no. 2D objects, no, yeah, 2D object. Sprites, and we need a square, because, you know. They would be objects, and they would be... Yeah, they wouldn't work as ground, so we would have to define them like we've done now with the green. So let's move this over here. Zoom in. 100 and minus 25. Good. Let's actually make them green. So slightly darker green, so we know that they are different. Okay. More of create a room and join. But yeah, we'll leave that for the next game. I would suggest leaving it for the next game, yeah. Even if you reuse a lot of components for the next game, you can still... Well, I mean, you can probably still reuse a lot of the components. Just rework them a little bit to work in multiplayer. Okay, we have this. Let's scale it up a little bit. Let's actually move it over here where my character most likely will be. And let's set the starting room to 0. So we will spawn there. We should be able to jump up on this one because it's not too high. All right, this one will have layer one-way platform. I will add a box collider 2D. It will be a normal box collider. I think that is enough. So now let's go into collision check. So in here, the only thing we want to check that is touching the ground would be ground collision. And we have a layer somewhere that we send in. Is that kind of hard coded in here to be the ground? Yeah. We're always getting it. That's kind of bad. I didn't even know I was doing this. But this is static, so we should send in layers. So let's see if we can make this work. Send in layers. I need to pitch shift. No, I don't need to do that with layers. Let's do int layers. And we send in layers. So now this will complain and this one will complain as well. But we can do layer mask, get mask, and this would be ground, and this would be what do I call it? One-way platform. What I'm wondering if I should do is so I could do this in many ways. One of my thoughts are if I check for the ground layer to be here, I think there would be an issue, maybe, that we would snap to the platform when we jump up and we wouldn't land it, we would just snap to it. But let's try it and see if that happens, because that would be a good start. Mask ground. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with this one. Did I refresh? I don't know. Let's do that and refresh. So what is null here? Oh. Let's start and see if we can land on the platform or just snap to it, I mean. Or if we collide with it in our head. No. See? It works. And we snap to it when we... Okay, that's good. How cute. If you hold the button down, when you land on it, you do a small jump. Because the jumping continues, but we snap to the platform because we get collision. So that is the first thing. Another thing I want to do is then for this layer mask, This collision check is for all the it's reused by enemies as well, and they should also act the same. They should snap to it, but that's only if enemies jump. I'm just thinking if I should switch layer, what layers I'm checking against depending on the state. Because the only time we don't want to snap to it would be when we are jumping, right? Or when we have like vertical velocity upwards. So we need to check if that is happening, because then we don't want to snap to a platform. The only thing I'm worried about, which is weird because I will probably not have this, it's if we have an elevator and we jump in it. If we would go through the ground. But for that we could just have another state that says elevator, so check collision always. So we could just make a special state for that and it wouldn't be a problem. We got more errors by the way, so let's just set question marks. Yeah. Do we grab the... Do we have a speed from the jump? Let's do a jump info. And I also want to do a private bool has jump info, because this is a special thing to only the ones who have jump info. So we do has jump info is info get has data jump info. If has jump info, we grab that. And I also want to create two private ones that are private integer layer ground and runway. And just layer ground. And in initialize I will then do layer ground and one way. A ground would be layer mask get mask ground, and the other one would be ground and one-way platform. And here would be the place where I check it. So collision layer would be let's just set it to ground. Did I call it ground? Lay ground? Wow, that's terrible naming. Lay ground and lay ground one way. Let's go lay ground first, and then we do if has jump info and jump info is jumping. No. It is jumping. Is that? am I using is jumping anyway. We set it to false, true. But I only use the local one. So let's not do that. What up, Royal C? How are you doing? So that would set is jumping. So if we're jumping, then collision layer will be layer ground and one way. No. Layer ground. And there would be layer ground and one way. I would kind of need to make a private int get collision layer based on jump. Turn collision layer. Collision layer based on jump. We also have that somewhere else, right here. No, that's the ceiling collision. The ceiling collision should only get ground. Lay ground. You're doing good, but you're sick. Then you aren't doing good, you know. I'm doing really good. Getting so much done in the game, having a lot of fun. Wait. Oh, yeah, we need the layer here. Layer. Position, direction. Oh, that was the distance. Wait, what did I do? Add a layer here. Oh, we added. I want to add it last. There, we have it. The layer. You're on medicines, very good. Well, that's good to hear. Let's add int layer here as well. I hope you will do better soon. Or that you feel better soon, I mean. Here we need to grab the layer ground. Layer ground. I think that's it. Oh. Look at that. It works. Wonderful. That was easy. And it only took 15 minutes. You like the game? I do too. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, so that is done. We are progressing fast. Like, how fast do you usually create a one-way platform? Not in 15 minutes. Now I have these. I need to make them in... first, let's make a prefab out of this. Let's go to prefabs, level, room. Just drag it in here. Square. One-way platform. And then we remove it from there. And we... Thank you for the clap. How do you make the bar on the bottom? The black one? It's a program... It's a program... It's actually a HTML thing that Captain Coder made. So he's saying that it's a bit janky, but I haven't had any problems. All I do is update this document with the kind of markup, or HTML, like as for strike through and such, and it will just update the bottom. If I write hello, you can see that it's going to update. Well, now it just skipped because, oh well, it just works, and that is what it means to be a little jank. It's if I change the start and it has looped a lot of times, I assume it just assumes it takes the wrapping, but we have a longer text now, so it gets offset in a different position. But Captain Coder made it. You should ask in his Discord if you can get it. And all I do after that is in OBS, I just load it as a browser. Yeah, a browser and a local file, and you just grab it, and it works. Okay, so since I'm done with the one-way platforms, we've added them here as a one-way platform to one add them from LDtk. Okay, so we've been going for almost an hour and a half, so I'm going to take a small break here, stretch a little bit, and then we'll be back for the next half of the stream, I guess. I will be going until around 10 p.m, which is in 1.5 hours. So I will be back in a few minutes. Alrighty. I cannot remember what I said I was going to do, so let's check the ticker. Right, add the platforms, the one-way platforms from LDtk. So let's go in there and make a new type. So object, we have a note that Chris made, which is a really nice one, so you can add notes. So a new type, which would be a one-way platform. The tag would be object, so we get it down here. And it doesn't really need any values, does it? No. So I think that's good enough. So I'm going to, I assume I cannot convert this to another entity type, can I? I don't think so. Oh, I need to make this resizable. We have the one-way platform. Can I not? If I remember correctly, the room transition, we can change those, but I didn't have to place it to, because I could just do this. Can I not do that? Yeah, I can. Maybe it depends on the way you drag them. What time is it? It's almost 20 to 9 in the evening. 8:40 p.m. This software is Level Designer Toolkit, LDtk. So this is where I design my levels. Okay, remove those. So let's add these everywhere. Did we have any over here? I need to check really quick. No, we do not. Do we have a lot of them in here? It is free, so you can just download it and start playing around. There are importers for Unity and stuff as well. Can we set a minimum size? No, we cannot. A lot of busy work. You've been adding the platforms. Come with graphics. This is just an editor, so it comes with the basic graphics. Yeah, let's see if there is a way of select a single element, select all, duplicate, flood fill, show hide, open layers panel. No. It doesn't seem like there's an easy way of doing it, at least not with the shortcuts. What I could do is that I could replace the note entity with one-way platform. Validate. yeah, I don't see another way unless... No. I really don't see a way of, or I haven't found any keys to do it. It's not that much of an issue though. I just place these underneath. I want to try though, if I keep aspect ratio, which is 16:16, can it still shrink down? Yes, it can, but we can't. This is fine. It's just... that's not how you do it. How did I... Control Alt? Yeah. I should have done that instead. But there we go. Now they're almost all replaced. So if I do this... only two in here, yeah. A 2 and a 3 and copy them, yeah, that is true. I realized that just at the end. So now we have this, it's saved directly in the project. I just update, and now we'll have the one-way platforms. These are, looks like they're in the wall though, but they aren't, it's just the text that is. Okay. So now we need to go to the file, whatever, the Moonvania, and we can see that we have one-way platform here. And we'll save that. Then we can see that these are ridiculously big because the person who made this wasn't very smart. There we go. Another issue. This one I haven't really figured out yet. So you can set the origin in here, which indicates by it's indicated by this square. When you select this, you can see you have the pivot. I could set the pivot in the middle. That would work better for Unity. But it makes it a lot more annoying to place things in here. Because if you want to do a tile like this, when moving it, it's going to be off grid. So what I could do is go into the one-way platform and create an empty parent. Can deactivate the grid for free movement. It is still moving within the grid. On the 16. Oh, yeah. That is true. But the movement is still 16. And if I create this, if I start at the edge, it's going to be, so it would still be really hard to do anything with that. But I'm going to use top left. And what I can do is, let's save that again. Let's reload here. Let's grab this and make, yeah, we can't make an empty parent in this one. So let's drag this out. Let's put it here. Set create empty parent. Then we're going to unpack this one-way platform. Unpack completely. Let's call this model, and this will be one-way platform. Then we will remove this one. Yes. And we use this as the one-way platform. Yeah, I just wish that I could snap like 16, I mean 8. So we are on a 16 grid, but I wish I could snap on like an 8 grid. If that makes sense. Especially since it doesn't create them in the corner, they create them in the middle. So it's, I don't know, it's weird. But what we can do here is, if we go into one-way platform, let's grab the model and move it to 0.5. No, wait, yeah, 0.5, and this should be 0. No, that should also be 0.5 minus. So now with this saved, going into the LDtk, is going to have it placed perfectly in there. So I can set the origin by creating an empty parent and moving the object within it. And that's what I did. So now just the model is offset in the corner. So the pivot is up here on the parent, but the model is still over here. So when we scale the parent, no, wait. Yeah, when we have the pivot and scale the parent, it's gonna be scaling along the parent. So that is pretty neat. Not a big issue. So now we have these. Let's take the spawn point in this room. Let's grab this one and just move it over here. Save, reload, and I'm going to reload the world. I should probably get a hotkey for that. Let's start. One thing I will have to do is fix the spikes, though. We don't have a spikes that we can have in. Nice. No, I don't have any spikes that we can have in the ceiling. Cool. So now we have one-way platforms in LDtk. Now I want to, no ceiling spikes now, sadly. If we scroll down here, you can see that. Let's make them less spiky. Let's drag the fill down to like 43. You can see that the spikes are like this. We might... Let's actually grab a spike. Could, if I just rotate this... like this, it would work. So what we could do... So there's two things we could do. We could have another object in here, or we could on the object... Yeah, another object would probably be easier. Is there a mirror? Under help, mirror, duplicate, select, draw. I must be blind. Bottom X and Y. Oh. Mirror current tile, yeah. So if we go down here, can I zoom in on this? No. The problem is we wouldn't. Okay, let's press X, or was it X? Yeah. Then we take this one and press Y. Save. Will that do anything? No. Oops. So I wonder what mirror does. Anyways, there's two things we can do. Either we make a new object. That would be probably be the easiest. They want to do like upside down spike. Because then we can just put the upside down spike. But then we would also maybe need a right spike and a left spike. The other thing is make an enum, like I did with transitions. So we get a left, right, up and down. And then I will just rotate the spikes based on... Yeah, we need wall spikes. Because then we would need 4 different types of entities in here, and that would be a bit too many to keep track of. So that would be better to just have an enum. We could also make an integer, so you could specify how much you want to rotate it, but that feels a bit annoying to do. So I think an enum for the spikes would be the best. And we can actually show them as well, like if you're going to hazard, see the number 10. So we can show the value. So if we create an enum, which is transition direction, I need to create a new enum. Let's call it just direction. Left, up, right, and down. Okay, add other colors so we know which colors are what. Then if we go into the spike, we can set the enum direction, and we could show value. Set default to up. The direction equals okay. No. Oh, this is on damage. Direction, show direction. Beneath. Can you not show enums? Replace entity tile. Always show. No? Do they are up, yeah, down. No. Can override entity color, that works. There we go. Now it shows up. Okay, cool. So then you would just select you can't multi-select, right? Not to set anything, you know, but you could remove these and just duplicate. Oh. You can also do Control C, can't you? No, you can't. Oh yeah, here's an important thing. When you do this, you can't select empty spaces, so now I can just grab these. So that's how we would do it. And actually think replacing entity color, overriding it is good. And we wouldn't actually need the, we can have the center and the damage wouldn't be needed on this. Do not show. We can just see up. I think that works. I will have to rotate them later. So let's do 4 hit spikes according to enum. Yeah. So now I want to figure out a way I can do triggers. So if we look in here, we have this lever. It's going to be a lever, and I need to open doors with it. I mean, I have a few ways I could do it, but I would like to see if I can link them. Sorry, visually. Let's check the documentation. See if we can find anything. Entities, custom fields. This is one entity layer to place entity instances in your level. Yeah. I don't think there's a way of doing it. Oh, reference. There is a way to do it. Can we? Okay. We might be onto something. So here we will have a lever. Or switch or something, I don't know. Now let's add this to maybe no. Let's put this in the object layer right now. So let's take this one takes an array of entity references, objects to open. Entities. If enabled, if you place a compatible entity right after placing this one, this field will automatically reference a newly added entity. Enable, it will possible to pick an entity from a different level. Yes. Symmetrical, if enabled, pick a target for this value. A symmetrical reference will be set on the target. This only works with target entities of the same type as this one. Yeah, they are not going to be that. Allowed references, any entity with one of the specified tags. Actually, any entity, I would say, because a lever should be able to trigger any objects. Interesting. So let's remove that one and create a lever. Let's make it resizable in height. Okay, so we have a lever. So the question is a door. Yeah, we need to make another object, which would be a door. I guess I'll just call it door for now in objects. This will have an entity reference. Oh, this one doesn't really need an. Do the door need to know? No, the door should just be triggered from a different place. But then if we want to be able, we need to trigger two levers, for example, to open a door. But are we going to have that? If so, I can make another array on the lever and bind it to other levers, I guess. Or should it? No, let's have the door hold the reference actually. Lever entities, because if the door has it, it's what's going to be opened. It will have other entities that will, all conditions need to be satisfied for it to open. And if we have it on the lever, then we can't really Yeah, if we have it on the lever, we can't really check if all of them has the conditions checked, so having it on the door is probably the best. Let's remove this one and add not a lever at all. I want the door. Needs to be resizable. Height. Now the question is, if I grab this and I press that. Oh yeah, lever. Will we even get the... Oh, you can't really. That is not correct. It doesn't reach. With the line of arrows, it works. But the problem is, I can't see it. So, is there a way to... Yeah, if I go into... Yeah, it's only a visual bug, but what I mean is if we have... Let's say we have a lever over here that opens this door. We need to be able to get an overview. But there might be an easier way to do this. That wouldn't limit us. I saw somewhere there was a draw distance. And I also saw that there was... Here? No. In settings, world view it might as well. Never. Oh no, then you can't move out far enough. Rip. Where was I and where did I find it? It must have been my settings, right? Yeah. Or maybe I'm zoomed out enough to see all my rooms right now, and it's not just blocking me. It's blocking me from going further because... No, it just blocks me from going further to the side. But that's good enough, I guess. So we have this working now. We have a link. I want to see how this looks in here. Oh, this is better. In Unity we have it all the way. So maybe I'll switch it from being those arrows to curved arrow. I don't know. We have a lot of things, but you can at least see it. Selection wire. We should probably just not show all things. Or maybe that just didn't wasn't enough for it to save and update. So we have that lever. Let's see how it looks in Unity. Let's go to door. We can get this. That is something I need to look up as well. Let's go to LDtk. Actually, we have the project file, we have the world. I wonder if there's a way I can get entities from LDtk. Like, so let's structure this view. So in game implementations, probably not here. This is the place I want to be, the documentation. Take the docs. Topics. Return time map Turing world. Project file. I just want to see level file. So I want to get the fields like if they had a type of manager thingy that could just get all of the let's see where we have our LDtk editor. Let's see what we have. LDtk. That is this one. LDtk. We have fields, but that's just. What is LDtk field? It's a mono behavior, right? Yeah. Is it adding itself? We have the keys. We cache the fields. Try get field. We just add them to there. That is not what we need. LDtk. Unity. Level from JSON. No. Component level. Is that mine? No. This component, do we have this, let's see, LDtk component level? We do. Okay, information of a level, access from level game objects. But will these know anything about what's inside of them? The IDs, the neighbor level. No. Size, no. What is checker? No. Serialized world, probably nothing. Entity instance. Just a JSON instance, yeah. So the door has an entity ID. Oh, it actually points to the lever. That is good. So it's not just it's a reference to the lever, so that's really good. Cool. I can work with this, I think. So first we need to make a lever game object. So 3A would be open door using lever made in LDtk. Exported from LDtk. Yeah. So we have 40 minutes ish. Can I make this in 40 minutes? I don't know. We'll see. But it's not unrealistic. Okay. So let's make a lever. First, let's go to script. Let's go into room because it's a room object. I'm going to just call it lever. A lever will have a state. Public enum lever state. Inactive, active, off, on. No. Public lever state, and then we do a private I don't want to serialize this. I just want to have like lever state. I just want to be able to get it. But this needs to be a value changed. So we can listen to changes in here. Yes, let's remove this and the public void set state. And we grab lever state. But I don't really need to set state because you can still go through, oh well. Levers. No. Yeah. Lever state, state. Value. And then I'll add a public void toggle state. And this will be lever state. Lever state equals oops. State of value equals lever state active, lever state inactive. What up, Draco? I don't have a restream bot, so you can't really fake it. Especially not when it says first time chat for me. So if it's active, we set it to inactive, and else we set it to active. I don't think it worked on the captain. He probably just played along. So we have a toggle state, we have a set state, and we can get the state from here. So that's good. But that's all we need here. We probably want a private. Let's actually serialize this to have a starting value. So we don't have to set that. So this means that in LDtk we also need a starting value, a bool. I'm going to make an enum for this and call it lever state. It's probably now just active state. Active toggle is a good one, and it's going to be two. One is going to be on and one is going to be off. Thank you for the yeah, it's very nice music. I'm listening to it's game music from OC Remix. I'm listening to a radio with this music. All right, have a wonderful day, and I'll probably see you soon, either here or in the Captain Coder stream. Have a wonderful day. So now we have a toggle, and I'm going to add this toggle to the lever. Kind of default value off. So if we go to the lever now, we should see that it's not showing. Toggle on. Oh, it doesn't. I need to always show for it to show. It doesn't show if it has the default value. Center, toggle off. I just show the value saying off. I think that will work. So it's off from the start. Let's save this. Now when let's actually reload this and get the data in here. It's in the objects layer, so objects in room. That's not what I want to do. I want to set values on, so let's do, we have load room where we load objects in room, but I don't want to load the objects. We can just rename it to handle objects in room. Or no. Let's do set values of objects in room. Objects. So in here we want to go through all objects, and since we don't really care about the performance in here, this is going to be loaded every time we change something in LDtk. So welcome back, Draco. So then we could just loop through all the elements. Let's make a for loop. I like for loops. Child count. And here we will do get child I, and let's save that as child dot. This would be like a lever. So here we'll do get component lever. Yeah, and then we'll do set state, and we would also do we need to get the fields for fields would be objects get we have child get component LDtk fields, and then we'll go fields. We have to try get here as well, so we do fields try get enum. So let's rename our lever enum to, I think you need to write it properly if you want the Discord. So let's have it off and on. And this should not be lever state, it could just be toggle state. So let's go back here. Where did we set values of objects in room? Try get enum. What did I call this? I call this toggle, right? Yeah. And then we're out var, no, out toggle state. And then we'll set state here. So let's try this by going back to LDtk, and in here let's set this to on. That's the wrong one. We save that, we reload it here. I run my tool. Reload world. No. Of course it's not gonna work because child try get component lever lever, I think, yeah. Then we would do this, just choose lever and set the state. How many years of experience do you have in C#? I think I have, let's see, C#. I think I started in 2008. So that would be 15 years now. Give or take a few months. That's a lot of years. But I only did it for like half a year, and then I switched to C++ because I got into a game dev school. But when I got out of it 2 years later, I went back to C#. So I started with it 15 years ago, but I had a 2-year break, so 13 years. Okay, if we can get the lever, then we should be fine here. So toggle is on. We haven't added a layer. We haven't even made a layer lever. Let's create a lever prefab and just name it lever. Let's add that script to it. Lever. And we'll state. Let's make a prefab out of this. Gameplay. There isn't very much gameplay to show. I could just jump around and transition between rooms. And I only have 25 minutes left, and I would like to finish this feature. Sounds cool? Yeah, very. It's super cool. Level, room, and there we'll add the lever. Then we'll go back to LDtk. In here we should have the lever. Just add that object. Let's apply. And run my script. Now we should have the let's grab this object, door, press this one, then we should have lever and it shouldn't be on. So now if I go in here and change this to off, save it, reload, we can see that it's off and off. If I change it to on, and it's off because it was reloaded. So if I run my tool now, switch to on, cool. So it's working. So this will be off. And I have no logic for actually activating the lever. So we could make an, did I make, I think I have interactable component, interactable button. I don't think you're trolling. Or well, let's rephrase that. You haven't trolled me yet. Yes, I already made a button and a door mechanic. So, but this is a button, dude. Yeah, this would work to put on there as well. But I think I want to remake how this one works in particular, because this would be, I could just make the lever inherit from interactable component. Because then we can override this and we can do, if we interact, that would toggle the state. So now we have a lever with toggle the state when we hit the lever. And now we need to make the door. Yes. So we now have methods to interact with the lever. So the door itself would be, let's just make a special door for this. I've been trying to make it a bit more generic, so we have a door as transforms and stuff, but I don't know. We have a proximity door. Well, we have unlockable door, which is like, is condition satisfied. Open animation on open. As we close, and here we can unlock and close door. So I could use this for the door, where we just need to set the unlocked when we hit the lever. So if I just rewrite this a little bit. I think, because I want a reference to the lever. Let's make a list of lever. Let's actually make it private. Levers. And I'm going to make a public void set levers. Which will take a list of lever. So now in my LDtk, let's make this unlockable door. It is not very good, but it I think it will work. Let's go back to LDtk and add that as our door. I'm going to apply that, and we have a ginormous door. Alright, it's the same problem here with the door. Let's select the unlockable door. Let's drag it in here and set as I would probably not have to transform for this. It's all you have. Thank you for the raid of one person. Don't you have to start streaming to be able to raid? Thank you though. Thank you. I think we can have the unlockable door. For this and just use it that way. Even though it's kind of offset, I can still see if it's on and off, or well, if it's open or not. So then let's go to my script. We have the lever. If the oops, why is it? Oh, I meant that's the button. Okay. With lever, if we try get component and it's door, unlockable door. We will not try and get the E now. We'll try get get entities. Entity reference array. Identifier would be levers. That's what I call them, right? Let's go to the door. Lever entities. Okay. Entities out or entities. So these are game objects. Let's make a list of lever instead. And we can do this like levers. Well, yeah, levers equals entities. Select x get component lever, right? To list, or what is it trying to give me? Enumerable, yeah. So let's do to list, just to clean that up a little bit. And then we get the unlockable door, set levers with the levers. We could actually just do this directly in there instead of not. I could have done the same in that other thing I did, this one. So here we could actually have done a grab the points. We'll select new vector 3 x.x and x.y. Call it point. To list. That looks a bit cleaner. It's not as efficient, but it looks better. So hopefully now, let's go to door. No, the interactable component, no. Unlockable door, I can see it right there. Let's do a serifless field on this one. Because I want to see if they get added correctly. So we have the door over here. It doesn't have any levers. That's a reload world. Now it has a lever. So that is cool. It works. So to try this, I'm going to create a new lever and I'm going to put it here. And I'm going to grab the spawn point and just put it right here. Save. I'm going to grab this and remove the lever from there, and I'm going to add that one. So with this we should get another lever right there, and then I can reload the world. It should be set. The lever, however, doesn't have a model. So let me just add a circle to it. Beautiful. So let's start playing and see what happens. I can't remember how I interact. I should probably oh, my controller is not reacting at all. Interesting. Oh well. How do I interact on keyboard? Key rewinds. I can't remember which one I used. Use skill T. No, that's not the one. I don't know how I interact. Shoot. No. Let's check my code. No, that's not it. Interact. Player interact component. We use dash. Get the interactable component. So player interact component. Let's see. Components. Player interact component. It is active, so it should be my dash button, which is shift. Feel like something is not working properly. Let's close all the other rooms so I get to the player here. Of course it's not working. The lever doesn't have a collider. Now it works. I toggle it on, toggle it off. Cool. Now I need to do a thing. One more thing. Except for just having lever here. Need a box collider 2D. I also want to add the circle to it, so I can see where it actually is. Let's go in here to the object sprite circle. It looks more like an egg, but it's a circle. So now we get all the levers, and when we set them in the unlockable doors, we need to do levers dot for I is 0 is less than levers dot count. Why do I do this? I could just do it for each levers in lever dot state add listener on state changed. Check all levers. So here is condition is not satisfied on unlocked. Condition would be satisfied. Well, it would be unlocked. But I will do it this way. Whenever the state changes, if state false, not false, off, we don't need to check all the levers. Else we'll do levers all where l dot state value is on. Then we unlock door. And before I set the levers, I need to remove listener on all the levers first, in case we have any. If levers is not null, we do this. If it's null, then we don't really have to care about that. Okay. So now we do the reload. and we play. So I go here, press shift, door is closed. That is not that weird. Since whenever we do anything like this, we need to set dirty on the component. Let's do it on room info here as well, but then we must up here. Yes, here we set the dirty on the unlockable door. We also need to do that on the lever. So now they actually save the state when we reload them. So now when they should have the lever right there, and when we enter play mode, it should still be there. So it's closed. Let's open the lever as well so we can see them both. It's closed and this is off. Let's go here. It's on. Stay closed. Well, person you raided? I don't like you when you try to call out people if they are not active in the chat. A lot of people like to lurk, so this is supposed to be a chill place and just where you can hang out, lurk. Kid in action is not around. But just so you know, it's a chill place. You shouldn't have to be called out because you are in here. So it's just a low-key stream. Just having fun. Enjoying our lives. So we add a listener. So if we go into the unlockable door, let's see if we actually get in here. So let's trigger. No, nothing happens in here. And that is because this needs to be done in awake and not in the load when I set them. Oh wow. So now hopefully I add listeners. I don't remove listeners currently, but I hope that's fine. No, I should actually do that. So let's move this from awake to unenabled. And let's do the same in undisable. But in undisable, we will remove the listeners instead. Let's refresh. And then we're on the reload world. And now we play, and hopefully this will work, and after that I will be going off. There we go. We open. We can't close it. So let's fix that real quick. Instead of just returning here, we do a close door. So now we have levers that can be added in LDtk. No, I need to do a reload. I think. No? It works. Cool. So this doesn't have any... The only thing I will need to do now is to do the reload world, and everything should work from here to Unity. So now we have one-way platforms, and we have levers that can unlock doors. I did not check if 2 levers would work though. Let's do that real quick. Let's add 2 levers. One over there. And then take this one, add entity, that one, and then we also add that entity. Let's see if I made this well. Reload. That one enabled, and then I enable this one. Oh, I can't see from here, but it opened. So let's do it the other way around. I enabled the right one first, and then the left one. It works, and then I close this one. It works. Close this one, open this one, open this one. Now it's open. Cool. So now we can have levers, several levers to open a single door if we need to. So that is really cool. So that is going to be it for me for today. I will be back. I'm actually busy the following 2 days, so I will be back on Thursday next time. Yeah. So that's gonna be quite a long while until I stream again. So thanks for watching. Let's see if there's anyone streaming right now that we can raid. I'm going to raid Proton Fig again because his music is ridiculously good. Or no, let's go to Red Cabin Games. I think, but I have an ad right now, so thanks everyone for watching and thanks for hanging out. It was a lot of fun, good progress, and let's go to Red Cabin Games. Oops, that was the wrong chat. Where am I? There we go. Alright, thanks for watching. I hope I'll see you next time on Thursday around the same time. And then we'll continue with this and make more, like probably enemies that we can kill and trigger things. So thanks for watching and have a wonderful evening.
Applied to 3D models. Yeah, I mean, you can make it. Yeah, I think if I know what you mean, I know what you mean. Moonies, thank you for the raid. How are you doing? How was your stream? What were you up to? Moonies. Do I know your name? Don't know if I recognize ya. Welcome in everybody. But yeah, Shady, I think I know what you mean. Also with the shader stuff, like a shield or something that goes around the character is probably just like a flat thing, but then yeah, shaded like it looks like a 3D thing. But I don't think that will work for the ship because it'll have such weird shapes. So it's not as simple to make a make it look 3D when it's shaped like an L or something. Or even more complex. Doing great, lots of progress. Nice. What are you working on? Have to run though, I hate to raid and run. No, it's okay, it's okay. I do that all the time as well. That's what happens. Usually you end stream because you gotta run, so totally fine. Thank you for the raid again. Hope you're having a nice Monday. And